Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a little recap of Gen 1 of our Occult Legacy Challenge because we have finished with Gen 1 in the Occult Legacy Challenge. I was not expecting, like it went so quick. And I feel like it was very anticlimactic because at the end I was kind of worried about Estella and her disguise because I am so bad at keeping secrets. But let's get to that in a second. I wanted to do a little Gen 1 highlights video, so let's get into it. Firstly, we have Tyler, who is a socially awkward, paranoid genius. He moved out into a cute little cabin in Strangerville, got a job at a lab. You know, he's always wanted to be a scientist. Well, I guess he's just always kind of thought being a scientist would be cool. And so, yeah, he starts to know that people seem to be looking like they're on some kind of substances while they're walking around town. They're doing it in the middle of the night. They're doing it in the middle of the day. It's kind of strange. He didn't realize Strangerville was like that. And then he hears colleagues talking about the mystery in town and the other lab, and that's when he starts to do the Strangerville mystery storyline. So he hops down. You know, he's hanging out at the pub. He's socially awkward, so he kind of sucks at all of this. But he's trying to talk to people, talk to scientists, talk to military personnel. He also met Dusty. Now, Dusty, oh, he was a good looker, you know, but he didn't like Tyler at first. He was very much like, just stop asking me questions. But then he asked to stay over a few days later, and we're like, okay, well, obviously the last choice, but what? Tyler can't say no to a pretty man. No, Tyler can't do that. So he does. While he's there, Tyler tries to flirt, tries to be friends, just tries to interact positively. Does not work. Gets shut down. But then Dusty starts like asking him on dates. Even afterwards, like when he's trying to do the Strangerville mystery, he's like, I'm trying to find these spores, you know, I'm trying to get a vaccine. And Dusty's like, yeah, that's cute. Can we go on a date? And then Dusty proceeds to yell at him. I can't believe it. It was so toxic. Like Dusty just so loved the attention, and I think that's really rude. But like, you know, didn't want to commit. But anyway, Tyler's doing the mystery. He's investigating. He's met Erwin from the curio shop, and he's like, oh, he's kind of cute. And then Erwin also is mean to him. I feel like that was just a trend with Tyler. Everyone was just really mean to him at the beginning. It was so rude. He opens the sealed door. He gets the hazmat suit. He goes down into the secret lab. He discovers the mother plant. He creates a vaccine, vaccinates some Sims, and then he recruits 3 Sims. So he recruits Dusty because he's so desperate for Dusty. He recruits Caleb, who's one of his co-workers, and you know, if you're gonna fight a mother plant, I feel like having a vampire is just a good idea in general. Like, vampires are strong, right? And then he also recruits Cletus, his best bud. There's nothing really special about Cletus, he's just Cletus. But he's enough. You know, what else do you need to defeat a mother plant? You've got a military personnel, you know, someone that works out all the time. Also has some weird mood swings, so God knows what he's gonna bring. We've got a vampire, and then we've got our best bud, Cletus. Anyway, they do it. They defeat the mother plant. Tyler is the hero of Strangerville. Now, during all of this, Tyler is also working with Don Lothario, and they didn't like each other at first. Like, they truly were not a fan of each other. But then they start, you know, they I guess they become co-workers with benefits. They were both at work, and they were both willing to woohoo at work. So that started. So he's doing that. He's woohooing in the observatory. He's woohooing in the fancy shower at work. They've got booty calls happening. He's getting over Dusty. You know what? And I'm proud of him. I am proud of him. During this, Tyler is also getting abducted. He ends up getting abducted officially 4 times, but if you know, you were there in the live streams, mate, I was struggling. But we got there. We got abducted. One day he comes back with a sore tummy. He's like, well, this is weird. He also starts to see some physical changes. He's like, wow, I'm putting some weight on. That's kind of weird. Nothing's really changed. Maybe all this not running around trying to find vaccines and evidence and fighting a giant killing plant is means I'm gonna put weight on. Who knows? Who knows? He does start to get a little self-conscious though. And so he confides in his best friend Caleb. Caleb makes a joke that he looks pregnant. And so they do a silly little maternity pregnancy photo shoot, and it's so silly. And I wonder if Caleb actually knew what was happening, because he's a vampire, so maybe he knew. Maybe he knew that's what happens when you get abducted sometimes. Anyway, while he's doing that, he's also avoiding Don Lothario. Don Lothario is like messaging him, asking if he can hang out, that kind of stuff. I was like, no, I can't. I don't want to see you like this. He actually does end up seeing Dusty during this time. And since then, Dusty's actually not like asked him out on a date or anything. So, you know, obviously it had the correct effect for Dusty, but we don't want that to happen. Well, he didn't want that to happen to Don. So we were like, no, we're just taking, we're not feeling well. I don't want to get you sick, you know what I mean? And that's when he starts having some really bad pains. And he goes to the hospital and he has baby Estella, just adorable little girl. He called her Estella because she's from the stars. Estella means star. I was also thinking of like, you know, something more alien sounding, but then I thought Tyler's paranoid. There's no way he's gonna want to like draw extra attention to his baby. Like he's so in love with his child that he doesn't want the government to potentially come and like steal him away. Or steal her away, sorry. So once he's, you know, he's sort of coming to terms with being a single dad to an alien baby, he invites Caleb around. He's like, this is exactly what happened. Wow, what you were joking about happened. Wow, who would have guessed? And then he invites Don Lothario around to be like, this is why, you know, I can't hide from you anymore. This is why I was avoiding you. Let's just end it now. Like, you might as well just end it now. Well, Donny boy ends up saying no. He literally takes Estella, he gives her cuddles, he bounces her, he puts her to sleep, and then he asks, after a quick woohoo, to move in. Because, you know, Don Lothario has seen his best bud and his woohoo partner. He's now a single dad. He's like, I'm not gonna get laid very often anymore because Tyler's like gonna be dealing with this child all by himself. You know, he just wanted to help a friend out. Turns out Don Lothario actually has had a son to a married woman, and so he wanted to move in to hang out with Tyler, like to move in and help Tyler out with his daughter. So he wanted like a more stable environment so that his son could come and stay over on the weekends. His baby mama was like, no, I do not know what happens in that house with you, Nina and Dina. But I just don't feel comfortable with my child there. So he moves in with Tyler. And then they've got cute little Gyro. He was a child when this all happened, and he's now a teenager. They built him an extra little room. It means Estella has a tiny room, but Estella wouldn't have it any other way. And he stays over Fridays. He comes over Fridays after school, and then he leaves Sunday evenings. He also has a key, and he also ends up coming over just randomly throughout the week when he should be at school. I don't know. He doesn't really like his mum and his stepdad, I guess. So we also thought as well, Don was like, this way there's less travel time to the woohoo call, so why not? And then throughout all of this, like, Tyler's logic skill was maxed out because he was obviously always stargazing, always searching for the truth. He also, his programming skill also got maxed out because he made an app called Aliender, which is Tinder but for aliens. Because he, you know, Estella's like the best thing that has ever happened to him, and he's like, maybe other people want this sort of thing to happen. just, you know, less complicated. Because getting abducted by aliens is quite complicated at the moment. He's also now an extraterrestrial explorer. He's level 10 of the scientist career. He's helping. He knows his little girl wants to know her mom. She puts on a brave face, but she's like, I don't have a mom. Like, she doesn't have any female role models in her life at all. So he's really dedicated, you know, his time at work to seeing if he can make some kind of contact to his baby mama, his alien baby mama. Yeah, I guess that's like everything that's kind of happened in this generation. Yeah, so I never expected to have a playthrough where I would end up co-parenting an alien with Don Lothario, and then Don Lothario's son would come to stay over on the weekends. I never expected to make Don Lothario a good father, but he is. He's a decent father. He's trying. He's actually currently going through a midlife crisis. You know, he's put a lot more effort into, I wouldn't say Tyler, because he's still got like the same kind of relationship with Tyler, but he's definitely put a lot more effort into Gyro and Estella, and he's stopped seeing people from like really outside of the household, except for Caleb. He's really become a homebody, so now he's having a midlife crisis. He wants to casually woohoo. He wants to get married. Like, he just wants to do all this kind of stuff. I don't really know where I want to go, because I thought him and Tyler would be happy. I guess they're not like in a committed relationship, and Tyler doesn't want to get married. I guess Don might have some like big nights coming up, just to sort of feel something again. Stella here is now a child. She's absolutely in love with Gyro, has been since the first time they met. She looks up to him, she thinks the world of him, and he would protect her so much. She's not very good at remembering to put her disguise on when she's out of the house, but that's on me. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I hope it made some kind of sense. I hope to see you all again soon when we start Generation 2 with Estella. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you are enjoying this series. Yeah, I thought I'd do a recap. This is the first time I've ever done a recap of anything, so I hope it works. I'm still learning. Next one will probably be better, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone!